Iowa. It's another tutorial, and happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Continue the story of the guitar. Dad had said that I could not play the guitar, and the gentleman said to me, "Can you play the guitar?" And I nodded yes. And Dad again said, no, she can't play the guitar. My son can play the guitar and play the fiddle, but she can't play the guitar. And the gentleman said, well, if you can play the guitar, play something then. And then my dad said, if she can play that guitar, I'll buy it. And the gentleman said, remember, Oswald, you promised, and if she plays that guitar, you have to buy it. And the people at the tables in the little restaurant agreed by applauding. So he said to me, the gentleman, go ahead and play now, young lady. So and I played this. I took the chance. I played it not without mistakes because I was nervous. Well, my poor dad, I was afraid to look up at him, but I finally did. It was dead silence in the place. I looked at him, and his deep blue eyes were looking down at me with astonishment and surprise and some pride. And I thought, oh dear, this has gotten him into a mess. And so the guy said, okay now, Oswald, come on, you promised you would buy her the guitar. Now you can't go back on your promise. You can't do that. You got to buy it. And the people at the tables in the restaurant all agreed by applauding. And of course I did get applause for playing the guitar. Well, I felt kind of frightened and kind of sad, and that Dad had got himself into this. It all had come about by just happening. And but to my surprise, he put his hand in his pocket, pulled out his wallet, and handed the gentleman $22. Then, of course, he got his round of applause from the folks. And then he bought his things he had come to buy, and put his hand on my shoulder and turned me towards the door, and we walked out, and I had the guitar still on my shoulder. And we walked over to the wagon, and he said nothing at all, took it from me and put it securely under the seat of the wagon, covered it up with a blanket, and we went about our shopping and things. And by about 5 o'clock it was time to go home. And of course 15 miles by horse and buggy was a long trip and took a long while. So we started off home, and he spoke nothing about it. But I noticed that he didn't do his usual whistling, and one of his favorite tunes was the Irish Washerwoman. We arrived home at about 12. And he gave me the guitar. I took it into the house and went to the parlor and leaned it up against the old gramophone, thinking that perhaps he would quietly take it and sell it to get his money back. And in a sense, I hoped that he would do that if he needed the money. And in another sense, being only 13, I was hoping he wouldn't. But I decided then that night, as I lay in my bed, that I would accept whatever happened. And someday, if he did sell the guitar, I would buy one of my own. For a long while, the guitar stayed there. Nobody touched it, nobody said anything about it. And I didn't touch it either. Until one night, after his hard day's work in the field, he was resting on the sofa in the kitchen, farmhouse, big kitchen where everybody gathered every day. He said to me, "Why don't you go and get that guitar and play me that tune?" I was really surprised, but I quietly went into the parlor and got the guitar, tuned it up, brought it out to the kitchen, sat on a chair by the head of the couch and played him Wildwood Flower again. And I was expecting him to say that he was going to sell it, but he said nothing. He just lay there and just listened. After I finished, I put the guitar away again in the same spot. Now the guitar has a little longer history than that, and I will finish it up on the next tutorial. So keep listening, keep watching. Now we'll get back to the key of C and music. And I hope you have learned it by heart, know all the notes, where they go on the staff, and put it on the staff as the key of C, up and down the scale. Now, I want also to show you, I have been, over the years, writing poetry and writing songs. I wrote this not very long ago, and I plan on singing it on my channel. But I want to show you what I did here. This is how I put the notes. You see, if I didn't know how to read and write music, you don't have to be complicated to put down your melody. You can put down your melody, and then if you choose, you can go and hire somebody to do the piano arrangement or whatever other arrangement. But as long as you know how to put your melody, you know you have your melody the way you want it, okay? I hope you can see that real good here. I'll bring it up a little higher. Hope it's not. And then you put the words under each note. Now remember, when you're writing a lyrics for a song, it's poetry. And poetry has its own rhymes and its own rhythms. It has its own music. You have to remember that. And both your melody that you choose to put on the lyrics will have to correspond and be in companion with the music and the rhythm of your poem, your lyric poem, okay? That's the secret of songwriting. I'll give you more on that a little later. Don't worry, you will get a complete basics on all these things on this channel. Now, I see a lot of channels that are teaching, and that's good. A lot of them are very advanced and are good for people who already know how to play music by ear or by notes, by music. So this is what it looks like, and this is what I want you to do with your scales. Put them on like this. If you notice some double notes there, that means that that's part of a chord, and that's how you write a chord. You write one note over the other, okay? Now, I'll give you more of that later. Time is flying, and I hope my camera hasn't given up on me. This is the sixth time I have done this tutorial. I know I need new equipment, and I will be getting that. There's some spoken for already. So, until next time, have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and hope you're all having a good time out there, and take care, and God bless.